Hey everybody, welcome back to my vlog for today. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hope you're all enjoying the weather. I went out earlier for a little bit to try and get some sunshine, but today's just not a good day. I just kind of need to, I guess, vent. This is the fourth time I've tried making this video for multiple reasons, and I don't even know what to say anymore. I know I've talked about certain things before, and I'm going to end up repeating myself a little bit, but, I've been thinking a lot lately, and not only with girls am I having trouble, but none of my guy friends seem to want much to do with me. I have one friend left, I think. My other guy friends, they don't really talk to me anymore. My one friend asked me if I thought about moving out to New York State, and it's and with girls I get excuses every time. Like I've said before, they'll go as far as giving me their phone number, but then they'll just play head games with me, and then nothing will ever happen. At the river I see, couples walking around. I see families and friends getting together and enjoying the weather. And it just makes me more depressed that I'm alone through all this, There was one person who said she'd invite me to a couple things, and then when it came time to be the get together or whatever, she just stopped answering me. I even said to her, like, I haven't hung out with somebody in a long time, and it's driving me nuts. And I have like no friends, virtually no friends. I lost a lot of good friends. I wish I could see them again, but they don't want anything to do with me. There's a lot of people who don't want anything to do with me, and I know it's because of my past and how much I drank, and just all the stuff that went along with the drinking. I drank a lot. It was really, really bad. I had alcoholic neuropathy, which basically means you're paralyzed from the neck down. And I was doing that because when I was drinking, I wasn't eating. All I would do is drink alcohol, so I'd get drunk faster. I could wake up any time of the day, like 6 in the morning, I'd start drinking. And, I look back then to where I am now, and I'm over 2 years sober, and that makes me feel good about things, but that and having a mental illness and trying to date is very difficult. A lot of girls, I try to wait for the right time to tell them if I even get to that point. That's a whole nother paint job right there. But even when I do get to the point where I get girls' phone numbers, they just stop texting me after a while. Like, it could be even mid-conversation, they'll just stop texting me. So it's like, what the fuck? Why give me your fucking number if you're gonna play head games? Like I said, I 3 times in a row, one person invited me to something, and then they just ghosted me. And it's like, I just see all these other people out having fun with their friends and family, and it's just, I don't fucking know anymore. It just makes me feel worse about myself when I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to be a better person, and I'm really pushing myself to do that. And I don't like to settle for mediocre. I'd like to be successful at something. That's why I'm working on these web classes, the web design classes. I'm hoping that'll help once this virus shit is over with. But back to the issue with the girls. They use words like intent or intended, like they intended on calling me or texting me or hanging out with me, and then they're like, oh, I just never got around to it. I had somebody leave me a comment on my page. I think I mentioned this before, but they wouldn't answer my message in Facebook Messenger. It's been like that for 5 days now. You can see the check mark and the green light, and you can see the little face icon when somebody reads a message. To my knowledge, that message has not been read yet. And that was somebody I asked if they wanted to go get ice cream with, and she's like, oh, that's sweet, but I'm doing X, Y, Z. And I'm like, well, some other time then. She said, sounds good. So I tried texting her to see what she was up to, and that's when she started ignoring me. And, that happens a lot. I had somebody make plans with me, and then the day the day we were supposed to hang out or anything, she's never texted me back. Actually, I think she unfriended me on Facebook at this. I think, to my knowledge, she did. Um, but a lot of people don't want anything to do with me, and what kind of life is that to live? I mean, what am I supposed to do? I don't really got many options. I'm kind of being forced. My hand's kind of being forced into just keeping away from everybody because nobody wants anything to do with me, or because of my fucking past, which has been following me for about 5 or 6 years now. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that happened when I was drinking that I wish I could take back, and I wish I didn't drink so much. I had everything. I didn't have everything, but I had a nice car. I had a good job. I had a nice apartment. I was doing pretty well for myself, and I screwed all that up because I kept showing up to work drunk, and so I lost it all. I don't want to get too much into that right now, though. But I'm grateful for what I have today. I got food to eat and I got a roof over my head. And after the things I've been through, I'm more than grateful for what I've got now. But I am, I was talking to like my only friend left earlier today, and he said I'm a good guy, and I deep down I believe that I'm a good guy too. But nobody seems to think that I am, because they can make time for other people, but they can't make time for me. And if they're saying all these things about how they want to hang out, and and saying I'm being nice and all that, and it's just like whatever. It's just there's always an excuse. Like I mean, some stuff's true. I know, and I know people are still working too. I get that. But there's nothing saying you can't meet somebody when something like this is going on. There's safety precautions you can take, like wearing a mask and everything like that, which I've seen at the river a lot of people not wearing their masks. I didn't wear one when I was there earlier when I first filmed this video. I'm not going to release the video I filmed at the river just because it might get taken the wrong way, and I don't want that. I was a little more riled up when I was at the river, and with all these setbacks today with trying to film a vlog today, I've calmed down a little bit, but I'm still upset about a lot of shit. I don't know what to say. It's just like every time I get my hopes up for something, it's just like I get shot down. And someone posted, I'm not going to mention names or anything like that, but someone posted on one of my posts on Facebook saying that I need to think differently. I need to think more positively. And the only thing that thinking positively has done for me is let me down. I've just been let down, like with the two girls today. I was trying to hope, but it's like I already know the answer to any girl I talk to. It's a no, whether they say no, whether they imply no, or whether they just stop talking to me. So it's just I know what to expect. I can see things. I can see where things are going pretty early on because it's happened to me so many times. And girls will say, well, don't compare me to those other girls, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm not comparing you. You're doing the same thing they did, though. So it's not my fault if you're doing the same shit some other girl did to me. You're just a different person doing the same shit. But like I said, I'm not stupid. I know my past is following me and I'm still paying for it. It was a rough one. And I'm trying to get on with my life and, try to better myself, try to meet somebody nice. But I'm at the point where I'm about to throw the towel in and just stay home and be a recluse and just, I don't know, keep to myself. That seems to be what people want, because they're getting my hopes up for something, and then I just get cut off. Um, Not really many people like actually go forward with actually hanging out with me. Um, yeah, I remember back when I went on a date with this one girl, and she wouldn't text me, and I asked her why she stopped texting me, because it was out of the blue, and she called me an ugly asshole. So that crossed my mind. Maybe that's what my problem is. I don't know. Um, but things were different in my 20s as well. In my 20s, I screwed around a lot, I'll admit, but there's some girls I wish I would have held on to, and I feel stupid for not doing so. Um, I met a lot of nice girls when I was in my 20s, but I was too busy fucking drinking too much, and just drinking and just being out of control, and it cost me a lot. It cost me everything that I've ever owned, I've ever accumulated in my life. Up to some point, I've lost everything. I had to start all over. Um, and at the time too, I didn't know I had schizophrenia, well, schizoaffective bipolar disorder. So um, I'm afraid to mention that to girls when I talk to them, because I feel like they're going to run in the other direction, just because of the stigma that there is on mental illness. So I got that working against me. Um, there's just that, and just like petty excuses for not talking. I had some girls say that because she didn't reply in time, that she didn't want to talk to me anymore. I don't have any recollection of ever saying anything about how long it took her to get back to me. Um, I've that's the thing too, is like I've tried the dating sites, and on Facebook, the Facebook dating one is where I get the most matches. But I match with these girls. I think I said this before, but